Why are AI communities the secret weapon to stay ahead of the game with the latest AI models? Today I'm joined with Julian Goldie, the founder of AI Profit Boardroom. I'd strongly recommend anyone watching this to check out the link in the description where my whole team go through 27 different AI communities, and it just so happened to be that the number one was AI Profit Boardroom. This is the reason why I've got Julian Goldie on, who's the founder of AI Profit Boardroom. But why do you feel, Julian, it's important to join a paid group as an AI community to try to stay ahead of the curve? There's new updates all the time. Why should people be joining AI Profit Boardroom?
Yeah, I think a rising tide raises all ships. So if you're in a community, you're going to learn, you're going to grow. And just by osmosis, being in the atmosphere, you're going to learn so much about how you can improve. And then also, any sort of ideas that other people share, it's like, right, let's implement that into my business as well. And so I think it just helps you level up faster. I mean, all the stuff that people are sharing, the testimonials, the wins, every single one of those that goes on inside the community, and it's very active. Every single one of those is like, wow, that's another thing we can implement. Like some of my best ideas and some of the systems that have made me the most money with AI have come from that community, because there's always new stuff every day that just inspires you.
Yeah, for sure. Do you know what? Do you know what's quite inspiring when I was speaking to the team who were always looking to level up and improve the knowledge with regards to artificial intelligence? Sometimes it wasn't what to do, it's what not to do, right? And what I mean by that is there was times where one or two of the team was going to set up OpenClaw, and literally in the group, we started asking the questions, look, we're looking to do this, this, and this. We're thinking of doing it with OpenClaw. Do you think that's the best way of doing it? And the amount of people that came back, we got bombarded. There was like 57 different comments that came back. And I think like 53 of them was all like, do not use OpenClaw, use Hermes. It's so much easier to set up. I tested this, I've tested that exactly for what you wanted to do. By the way, here's an example. So it was like, that didn't only save us time, it saved us money, resources in implementing and split testing that. And I'm like, wowzers. And it was like, do you think we should build doing it this way? And they're like, no, don't do it this, don't do it that way. We did it that way for the last 6 months. There's a new system here. This is how you do it. Token optimization and stuff like that. And I feel like a big one for me, which I didn't never really thought about, was the amount of people in the AI Profit Boardroom and these AI communities that are now talking about token optimization. It's almost like SEO optimization, but making certain that the tokens are going to become more and more expensive to be using. Fable's now just come out, and it's got using 5 times more credits. And it's like, you've got to be making certain that you're not burning and using up all your max plan limits and stuff like that. And the amount of people that now are coming back with ideas, the context windows, everything. And I'm like, wow, this is blowing our mind. And we're leveling up and staying ahead of the curve because of the AI community. And I think the openness of it being a private group means that they're willing to share their exact websites. They're willing to share their SOPs. And that's why for us, the AI community helps us to stay ahead of the curve. Is there anything there that you can expand on that I've spoke about, Julian, like that you're thinking, yeah, I can understand why it's, I mean, for less than $100 a month, you're getting all the information that is saving tens of thousands of pounds, and you want to be moving, it's all about moving fast. And if you're moving in the wrong direction fast, you're like, oh, I should have been going that way. And I think that's key from what I'm being told from all the team of like, wowzers. AI Profit Boardroom, the community's very active, the split testing things, and the physically showing case studies. Is there anything else you can expand on that to stay ahead of the curve?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as something new comes out, we're creating new tutorials inside there. So, for example, like last week, something called Headroom just dropped from GitHub. It's an open source project that helps you save like 90% of tokens. And we did a full tutorial on how to set that up last week. So stuff like that is amazing. You know, we've got over 180 pages of testimonials and wins from people inside there. There was someone who just recently announced, like they sold, you know, first time selling AI as a service. And based on the knowledge from the AI Profit Boardroom, they actually sold a $15,000 package to an enterprise client. It was like, wow, this is huge. this is having a life-changing impact for people. So stuff like that is mind-blowing. And then all the testimonials and all the awards we've won for the best AI community recently as well have been great.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. So one last question, right? Because I get asked this quite a lot. This is on the open chats on like LinkedIn and on Facebook and stuff like that. Is how much time should people be putting to one side to try to stay ahead of the curve? Some of them were saying like, should I be doing it once a month? And I'm like, are you joking? Like things are changing on a day-to-day basis, not even a week-to-week basis. But obviously some people have got full-time jobs, some people have got businesses to run and stuff like that. Now, I'll tell you what I've been saying to them, and you might have a different opinion, so this is what I'm interested to hear, and I'm happy for you to play devil's advocate. Instead of once a month coming in and there's just too much change and it's just going to blow the mind, I was saying there should be assigning 45 minutes per day, each day, to be trying to understand what is going on. And then if needs be, if they do believe that this is going to change the systems and the processes, at that point hiring like some sort of a virtual assistant to be setting things up, or even outsourcing it to a specialist to set certain tasks up. But I think it has to be a day-to-day keeping ahead of the curve. If you want to be one of the leaders in artificial intelligence, it needs to be a daily thing. What's your thoughts on that? Or would you say every few days, once a week, or like what? Or would you say 2 hours a day? Like what's your internally to people that are saying, how do I stay ahead of the curve with AI? What is it that you're saying?
Yeah, so I think it's like learning a language. You know, the more intense you go on it, the faster you're going to learn. So, for example, when I was learning Chinese, I would spend 30 minutes a day learning. But there's going to be people out there, like you say, who have families, they have a full-time job, they can't stay up. So everything inside our AI Profit Boardroom community is designed to cut the fluff, get straight to the point, and avoid overwhelm. So if you only have like 30 minutes or 45 minutes a week, you can still stay ahead and watch like our weekly roundup that helps you save time with AI automation as well. And that's one thing that we considered. We actually, when we first started, we were getting, some people would leave because of overwhelm. And so we've now totally changed the system so that people never feel overwhelmed again. And I can't remember the last time I actually got that complaint. Like it's something where we've designed it to save time and help people grow in a time efficient way.
Yeah, I love the idea of the different categories, and you can label certain things up. So you can go into, okay, I want to learn Hermes, and you just literally go into the Hermes workspace where everyone's just talking about that, and it's very focused on that. Or it might be, I want to learn more about Claude. It's not that I'm learning more about Claude and then Codex is being spoke about and image generation or video, avatars and all the rest of it. And it's just all over the place. You can just literally home in on going, this is what I want to kind of delve deeper into. This is where I want to stay ahead of the curve, and this is what I'm doubling down on. And that's what I love as well about the AI Profit Boardroom. Anyway, anyone who's watching this, make certain you join in an AI community. Like Julian said there, it cuts out all the fluff. There's no noise being done. You get the people that are actually doing the split testing on a day-to-day basis. You're getting real case studies. I strongly recommend you go and join AI Profit Boardroom or go over to FatRank and check out what the best AI communities are. If you want to be a member of multiple groups, I've got a full list where the team have gone and split tested 27 different AI communities. But make sure you are a member of one of them to stay ahead of the curve. Julian, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.